next topic that we're going to speak on will be critical role of industry, academic interface in enhancing education infrastructure models. There is often a mismatch between what the colleges teach and what the industry requires. Like our speakers were saying that, when a teacher teaches something, you go out, there is no value to it because the degrees are different, the study is different. But we are going to debate on that. In this session, we put the focus on need of interactive and collective arrangement between academic institutions and the business cooperation for the achievement of mutual inclusive goals and objectives. So I will go ahead and first invite Professor K.S. Rangappa, Vice Chancellor of Mysore University, to please give his presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. At the outset, I'm thankful to eINDIA for having invited me to speak on critical role of industry academia interface in enhancing education. This is really, I've been hearing for the last several hours, different topics, and each of the speakers expressed their own views, useful materials they have delivered. Now today I would like to give you a very brief how one can enhance the education infrastructure by making use of the industry-academia interface. Academia-industry interface is a collaborative arrangement between the academic institutions and business corporations for the achievement of mutually inclusive goals and objectives. Today, industry is playing a very significant role in the activities of the academic institutions in locating and nurturing the talent at the institution level. In the chart demographic scenario, in the change demographic scenario, the gap between academic output and the industrial requirement must be bridged to improve the employability of the students and enhance the quality of higher education. Human skills must be emphasized because there should be a lopsided stress on qualitative, quantitative and analytical skills. There is a criticism that colleges and universities have been extremely slow in adapting to social change. Therefore, there is a need to yoke both theory and practice through projects. The students are converted into workforce in this process. The industries must be taken into confidence at the level of syllabus making so that they will help in orienting the students according to the future requirement of industries. We cannot shut our eyes to the huge gap that exists between the expectations of a company from job seekers and the curriculum taught to the students in the colleges. Therefore, a positive relationship is expected between the industry and the academia, as it is collaborative and interactive in nature. To enhance the academic industry interface, the experts, collaboration is a must, and it must be across cultures to derive maximum benefit out of it. Industries must not shy away from participative wherever their intervention is sought to update the curriculum. Synergies and frictions between firms and universities ought to be taken into account, since the universities increasingly depend upon the firms which are capable of investing a huge amount of resource through their R&D wing. Most academics are unfamiliar with market and industrial cultures. That results in the back of the entrepreneurial, market-oriented culture in academia. Therefore, one has to take into account the practical or commercial implications of most academic research products. Most universities do not disseminate successfully the results of their academic research. What the university does and how can be used to the industry must be communicated. Firms believe that the academics are unreliable and do not have the capacity to develop effective and timely solutions. Academic researchers are more inclined towards fulfillment of their research interests and scientific curiosity than towards complying with the deadlines they agree with their industrial partners. Industry experts industry expects immediate solutions to existing problems, while the university favors long-term strategic requirements. The academic long way is electric and speculative, while the entrepreneurial one is more focused and practical. Over the past decade, the development of a number of key science and technology-based industries, most notably medicine, agriculture, biotechnology, information and communication, has helped spark economic growth. In today's knowledge-based world, the creation and commercialization of new technologies are the driving force behind sustainable economic growth and social prosperity. University policies need to be revised in such a way that any innovative technology developed by university along through government funding or between universities and industry organizations needs to be protected. In this context, for the first time, an act sponsored by two United States of America senators by name Buck and Wade of Indiana and Bob Dole of Kansas, popularly called as Bayh-Dole Act, was passed by United States of America government. This act primarily describes guidelines to protect the technology innovations developed in the universities. It also defines a mechanism for technology transfer to the industrial partners where both university and industry or business sectors do get benefited. When Bayh-Dole Act was passed, many business and industrial sectors of all kinds hailed as one of the milestones in the history of protection of technology inventions. Since 1980, American universities have created more than 5,000 companies which have been responsible for the introduction of a new product per day into the marketplace and have contributed to the creation of over 260,000 jobs, which resulted in the contribution of over $40 billion annually to the American economy. University patents were the sole cause of these economic benefits. In Germany, Max Planck Institute has generated 32 million mark by licensing their innovative technology. Germany also maintains a program called EXIST, EXIST, that promotes networks between universities, capital providers and service companies to facilitate university spin-outs. The transformation that tends to draw the attention has been the stunning economic growth. Over the last 3 decades, Chinese economic growth has grown at an average growth of 10%, which is one of the highest periods of sustained economic growth in human history. Then what are the strategies to improve industry-university relationships? There is a need for attitudinal changes and value sharing in order to develop new organizational structures for industry-university cooperation. Then, a new creative organizational configurations are required to minimize the difficulties described before. One action route to encourage more university-industry collaboration is the creation of R&D structures in firms whose behavior replicates that of academic groups of institutions. Cooperation with R&D institutions is more rewarding because the firm develops human resources with long wait, attitudes and concerns similar to those of their academic counterparts. Strong linkages between the industry and academia are necessary, and this can be established through a regular and continuous interaction between these two entities. Physical proximity plays an important role. Co-ownership interfaces, like co-owned by firms and universities, can become cooperation platforms, where academic researchers and entrepreneurs reinforce trust and shared values, objectives and resources. The practical experience of people from industry is complemented by scientific knowledge of academics. The combination of diversified experiences and attitudes leads to the intensification of knowledge creation and shared processes. Now finally, as the head of the university, I would visualize a situation where industry-academia interface enhances overall teaching and learning experience, as the majority of the students pursue this interface to be of growing importance. And I am sure the information and communication technology industries must be able to set up a institution in every university that can promote the university students and teachers, where they can be enhance their quality of education also. With these few words, I hope both academia and industry would come together more and more and to derive optimum benefit out of their interface. In my opinion, the cooperation between the industry and the universities is must to achieve the higher goal. Thank you very much.